Hey folks, it's Eric here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make two Vietnamese dishes. One of them is going to be a braised pork and with some sweetness and saltiness in there. And then another one is going to be a soup with mustard green. In Vietnamese, it's called Thit, Xanh. So for this dish, this is the mustard greens that we bought today at Tom Thumb. They were $1.49. Like I said, we just cut it up like this by size. This will shrink down to probably about 25% once we cook it. This here is pork riblets. We buy this at Winco. They are, they're just little riblets of pork ribs. They have a lot good, a lot of meat on there and not much fat on it. And here's about 2 pounds, maybe a pound and a half to 2 pounds. Got it at Winco for $1.97 a pound. We'll need some garlic, of course, some oil to cook this in. We'll need some soy sauce, some fish sauce, and this powder. You can find this powder at any of the Asian stores. Basically, you can do this with fish and with pork, and we'll be mixing it up and cooking it together with the pork. First, we'll get a small pot of boiling water. You don't want too much because this is going to be also for your soup base. We're going to go ahead and throw all the pork in there and cook this probably about 20 minutes. Now we want this to cook a little longer to get it tender because if we don't do that and when we go to make the thit part of it, the pork will be kind of tough. So let's go ahead and put that in there and go ahead and let it boil for 20 minutes. And come back and scoop up all the, I don't know what's called, but the gunk that comes up once you boil meats. Because remember, we're going to save this water to make our soup with the mustard greens. So folks, we are about 5 minutes in. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know what this gunk is called, but it doesn't help with the clarity of your soup. So what I always do is scoop it out. Now, if somebody knows what this stuff is called, please comment it because I've been calling it gunk forever. And just remind you guys, I am no chef, so I don't know what the terminologies are. Just sharing some recipes with you guys, and you like it, then please like and subscribe and follow us, and then try some of the stuff. But yeah, I don't know what the stuff is called. Yeah, please definitely, I do want to know what it's called. Anyway, so we're just going to scoop it out. Like I said, you leave it. It makes the soup, the broth, really cloudy and gunky. So like I said, I always take it out. And as far as the pork, you want it to boil it till it's soft and tender. How tender you want it, it's going to be up to you. We kind of want it, where it's kind of almost fall off the bone type deal. So, yep, that's going to be totally optional to your liking. So we're about 18 minutes in here onto the pork, boiling the pork. As by touching it, I think we're ready. It's very soft, and it's not too soft where it's just going to be all mushy. It still has some bounce to it, but it is part where you can start pulling them off the bones. So we'll go ahead and pull this out now of the water. We're going to put about 75% of it out and leave about 25% of it in. Okay. Now, like I said, we actually like leaving a little bit in here to eat with the vegetables. You want to take it all out to stir fry it, that's fine, or leave more here. That's going to be totally up to you. And now at this point, we're going to add the greens to this, the soup, the broth. Actually, I went ahead and pulled all the pork out because our pot is actually kind of small. We'll be adding it back in because we're going to put all these greens in there. I just want to make sure we have no space. So these greens, like I said, will shrink quite a bit. And you got to be careful where you don't overcook these where they become mushy, but you definitely want to cook them enough so that they're not still hard. Now, my experience with these mustard greens is that when you eat them raw, they are kind of bitter, but once you cook them, they actually sweeten up a little bit. And plus the sweetness from the pork broth really, emphasizes it a little bit too. And then after this cooks down, we'll add fish sauce to season. and a little pepper, black pepper. Okay, as you can see, the vegetables, I mean the greens have shrink. We're gonna add a little black pepper to it. And then when it comes to adding fish sauce, guys, everybody's taste palate's gonna be different. But in this one, I'm gonna probably be adding about 2 tablespoons right now. First, we'll mix it up, and then we'll try it again and see how it is. Yeah, you don't want it too salty. But you don't want it, you do want that fish sauce flavor in there though. And that was about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna add 1 more tablespoon to it. Like I said, you can always add more fish sauce, guys. Okay, so now the canh or the soup is done. We'll go ahead and move on to frying the pork. Here we're gonna make the sauce for our pork. Like I said, we'll add this here. Like I said, this bag sells for about $1.29 at the Asian store. We'll probably use half a bag for this meal today because we're not using that much pork. We add about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And about 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. And go ahead and mix that up. If it's too thick, we can add a little bit of water to it, but you don't want to add too much. You want, like I said, we're not making that much pork. I think that's fine right there. Hot, add in there some oil. Go ahead and add in your garlic. Oh, we got it anyway. Add in your pork. Remember, it's already cooked, so we're just going to have to browning. Go ahead and brown this up. I shouldn't be using this. I want to move to wooden. And once it browns up, we'll go ahead and add our sauce in here. Put some in the bowl, we'll add a little bit of water to it. Stir it around and let it reduce. That's it, folks. Time to plate. Well, here you have it, folks. My take on pork, berries pork with mustard green soup. In Vietnamese, this is Thit Xanh. Thank you for watching, folks. Hey guys, just on a real quick note, I forgot to mention how to eat this. So for you guys that are not familiar with how to eat Canh, you know it's a soup, it's not an appetizer, okay folks? You actually pair this with your rice, eat it. So there's two ways to eat this. You can eat the ribs with the white rice and the Canh on the side, or what some people actually do is just mix the Canh into the rice and then add the pork and eat it with it. So, you know, you can eat it one bowl style, or you can eat two bowl style where the soup is on the side. But again, you guys, just to let you guys know, it is not an appetizer, right? It is to be eaten, consumed with the rice and the pork at the same time. Thanks for watching, folks.